go and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Now today, as you guys can see, I have a lot of things on my table and I'm gonna explain why.
So guys, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna be building a gaming PC. Now this PC isn't exactly gonna be only for gaming, it's gonna be for editing and music production as well.
Now since I do all those things on my channel, and I just thought let me go ahead and buy a proper gaming PC.
Now when I went over online and I checked all the rates and all of that, the rates were really high and I needed something which was budget friendly. So what I did is I've bought all the things that were necessary for my PC build, and these are all the things that are here right now. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get into this. We're gonna be building a gaming PC and I'm gonna be showing you how it's done. Now I am a little nervous about this because this is gonna be my first PC build. So yeah, let's just see how this works out. So let's get into the PC build. Let me show you what all I have, and yeah, I really hope you guys like it. If you guys are new to the channel, stick around and let's get this video started. So the first thing which is really important for a computer is your processor. Now I went ahead with this processor. Now this is the AMD Ryzen 5. Now I went ahead with this processor because I wanted something which was budget friendly, and because of that I needed something that could cut down my cost of an external graphics card. Now the next thing that we need apart from a processor is the motherboard. So for that I went ahead and bought the MSI A320M. Now this motherboard was available with the processor. It was a bundle which was available online on Amazon, so I went with the bundle instead. So I went ahead with the HyperX. Now this is an 8 GB RAM and I bought two of these to make it a 16 GB RAM. Now I'm going to be using both of these RAMs in a dual channel configuration, so that's going to give me the maximum boost that I can get out of this processor. We have the small little SSD here. Now this is a 240 GB SSD, and the next thing we have is the power supply. So guys, I went ahead with the Corsair VS500. Now the main part of my build is this. Now this is a Chiptronics HX2000 mid-tower case. Now this is the case where all of these products will be going in, and this has all your RGB accessories inbuilt. So it has around 3 fans which are already inbuilt. So we will be using those fans as well. So the first thing, as you guys can see, you have that the processor is on the left. So you get all the paperwork. And this is where you have your processor. Now this is a processor that I said I will be using. Now as you guys can see, you have the pins at the back which are really delicate. So I will have to be really careful with that. This is a stock cooler that is provided with the processor. So we don't have to go with an external fan. So let's keep all the things that we don't need aside. Now the next thing that we need is your motherboard. So let me just quickly take this out. You have your installation guide, you have the CD for your drivers. Now I have to be really careful with the motherboard as well because it has pins at the back. Now let me just take out the processor. Now I have to be really careful with this. That's it, that's perfect. So that's in. Let me just close this up. And yeah, that's it. We've installed our CPU. Now we have to install the cooler. Now before I install the cooler, what I will do is I will try to install the RAM sticks first. Now guys, as I said, I will be using HyperX Fury RAM sticks. So let me open that up. Now usually there is a set where you can get 2 RAM sticks at the same price. But I did go ahead and buy the single ones separately because I couldn't find them online. Now both of these RAM sticks are Intel Core ready, but we're not going to be using Intel processor, we're using a RYZEN processor. So both of my RAM sticks are in, so the RAM installation is complete. Now since we have our RAM sticks installed, let's now go ahead and install the fan. And one of the amazing things about this cooler is that you have thermal paste applied beforehand. Now before I remove this, let me take off the bracket which is over here, which is going to hold the fan. So I will need a screwdriver for that. Now let me take off the cooler. As you can see, the thermal paste is already applied. I'll just match the screw heads and that's it. Now as you guys can see, the SSD comes in this box. So if you open it up, you have a small little tray. So this is the storage that we will be using. Alright, so the next thing that we need is we have to put this thing inside the case. Let me just bring up the case because this thing is massive. So guys, this is the case that we have. So let's try to open this up. Guys, there we go. This is the case. Now this is the case. As you guys can see, these are the buttons on the top. You have ventilation over here. Now this is magnetic, so this just slides on over there. Now you have a tempered glass on the back. As you can see, this is the back panel where you have another fan. If you can look closely, you have two fans inside. And this is where your power supply unit goes. So let's quickly open this up and let's get into installing everything. So let me first get the tempered glass out of the way. Yes, let's get this tempered glass out of the way. Let me just tilt this to show you what's inside. Now there is a fan inside. You do have space for your motherboard over here. You have another fan at the back and you have the power supply unit over there. That's where it's going to be coming, and this is the back part. You can see these are wires for your connectors, which are the buttons over here. So let's get the other side out of the way because I can see a few wires over there, so that might be really helpful. So let's get that panel out. Now you have two screws at the back, and that should be more than enough to get this panel out. Yeah, there we go. Now as you guys can see, there are a whole lot of things here. You have your screws that we will be using. You have your connectors for your fans, all the other wires over here. So let's get all of these out and let's start building our PC. So guys, my power supply is from Corsair, so let's get this box opened up. So you get a power cable, and you get the power supply. You even have warranty as well as the screws that are needed for this power supply to be mounted on the mid tower case. So now that we have this, let's put this on the case. So let me bring the case back. Now these are all the wires that are needed to connect everything in your motherboard, so we will be doing that later. So let me just make all the connections and then get back to you guys.
1 hour later.
So guys, after 1 hour of connecting wires, I am finally done. Let's put the glass panel back on and see how this looks like. Now I did get a lot of stickers with this pack. I got a sticker for the processor, for the graphics, for the RAM, as well as for the motherboard. So I will be putting all these stickers on later, but first let's just see if this turns on. Now this is the power cable that came with the power supply, so we'll just hook this up. So this is the first boot up. I'm actually pretty nervous for this. Wow. Guys, this looks amazing. Look at that. Now as you can see, all the colors and everything looks really amazing. Now it does have LED at the front. It has 2 fans here. It has all the buttons over there. And then this is the PC. There we go. Now you even have a fan at the back. Now one of the most amazing things about this PC is that you can control the light with this switch. Okay, LED is off, on. You can set it to a specific color. So guys, I really hope you guys like this video. Now this was the first time that I ever built a PC on my own. Now I will get into the installation of Windows 10 and all that later. I really hope you guys like it. If you guys like it, like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.